Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the second episode of Invisible Ahead Investing. My name is Carlos, and today we're going to talk about whether or not it's still a good time to invest or to get into Tesla stock at the current almost $600 stock price. Hey guys, if you want to get some free stock, click on the link below and create a new account with Webull. You get 2 free stocks worth between $2.50 up to $250 just for creating an account. Now, if you deposit $100, you get an additional 2 stocks worth between $8 and $1,600. That's a pretty good return on your investment. Thanks for supporting the channel. Now let's get back to it. Okay, guys, so right now we're looking at the 6-month chart for Tesla. We'll go over a few of the indicators that I normally use. Now, my trading platform is Thinkorswim through TD Ameritrade. Okay, but it's kind of set up similar to this. I use the 50-day SMA, the 180 SMA, the RSI, and the MACD. Okay, so if we look at this chart, the first thing I notice is that for the most part, Tesla stock has been trading along the 50-day SMA. It's like this line right here is a support for Tesla. Okay, we've seen a few dips here and there, but it doesn't dip for very long, and it goes right back up and just takes off. And we can see that right now, the stock is very bullish compared to the 50-day SMA. And even the 180 SMA, it's even higher based on that. I mean, we can see here right around March, April, when we had that, obviously the big sell-off when this disaster of a situation that we're all in happened. And actually came down all the way to the 180 SMA. So I would say, in my opinion, that the 180 SMA is a very, very strong support for Tesla. But shorter term, even the 50-day SMA is a very strong support for Tesla. Okay. The other indicator that I look at, and to me, it holds a lot of weight with Tesla, is the RSI. Now, you don't really see it too well in this chart, but in my trading platform, Thinkorswim, I see a very obvious pattern with Tesla. Okay, so right now we can see that Tesla is overbought. Okay, but in Thinkorswim, on my 180 chart, I see a pattern of going from overbought to oversold constantly. I mean, it happened several times throughout, even over the last 6 or 7 months that I've been day trading, swing trading. I've seen it happen a few times where Tesla goes from oversold to overbought. And that's kind of my strategy with Tesla, to be honest with you, from a trading position. I buy in. Usually I try to get in around oversold, somewhere down here below the 30 on the RSI. And once it goes over 70, 75, that's when I try to sell. And I mean, there are times I see it go as high as 80, 85 on the RSI, but I'm usually out of my position at that point. I mean, it's really, really difficult to time the market. I've tried to do it in the past and failed miserably. And everybody that I listen to or watch on other YouTube videos, the professionals that have been doing this for years, one of the biggest things that they stress is don't try to time the market. It's unpredictable. I mean, if we could all time the market, there would be a hell of a lot more people trading and day trading and making money. And the reason 90% of day traders fail is because, the market is unpredictable. We never know what the market's going to do over time. So I'm happy to take some profits. It beats taking losses. And I just have to work on my patience and just be more patient with my trades. I usually want that instant gratification, and you can't have that. So that's one of the things that I've really improved on over time. So now, full disclosure, I am not a financial advisor. Don't do anything that I'm talking about. Do your own due diligence. I mean, if you're listening to a guy with an invisible head, then maybe you should get your head examined. Okay, so that being said, let's look at the chart and see what it's telling us. Okay, so like I said, 50-day SMA is a good support for Tesla. Right now it's extremely bullish. It's right around that $600 price point, and I see a little bit of consolidation taking place. If we go to the 5-day chart just to get a more accurate indicator as to what the chart's been doing over the past week, we saw that it broke It's actually kind of hard to see here, but it did break the $600 price point and then came right back down. So to me, the $600 price point is a strong resistance right now at this very point. But we all know, news recently came out that Tesla stock is going to be included in the S&P 500 come December 21st. So what does that mean going forward? Well, I think that maybe not so much next week, I'm not sure, but the week before the 21st, I think this stock's going to blow through the 600 price point, this resistance right here, and it's going to take off some more. Now, where it's going to go, who knows? It could go up $25, $50, $100, $200. Who knows? Like I said, it's unpredictable. But we're going to be in all-time highs, uncharted territory. There's going to be a lot of volatility going on with this stock. And, I just want to get a piece of it. So I actually wish I got in here around the 550, 565 point. I had sold out most of my position. I did have some shares in Tesla stock right around September, right before Battery Day. I knew the Battery Day announcement was going to be coming. I got into Tesla around 420, right around this price point here. And then I rode the wave up, and then it plummeted. Surprisingly, I mean, it didn't make sense to me why this stock dropped so much. I mean, all the things that Elon was talking about during the Battery Day presentation were positives. These were things that were going to help the company, improve the company's efficiency, increase the battery range of their vehicles, as well as reduce costs and bring the cost of their vehicles down. I don't know if it's the institutional investors that just don't get it and they were hoping for an announcement for a 1,000,000-mile battery. Who knows? But what Elon talked about at this point, at this time, it was all positives, and the stock dropped. So unfortunately, I went into the red for a while, and I actually took the opportunity to buy more stock at a lower price point, around the 350, 360 range, and dollar cost average down. I didn't have a huge position, but I did have a significant position. Probably about 30% of my portfolio was Tesla stock. And I did take that risk of 30% only because I really believe in the stock. It was extremely oversold on the RSI. And if patterns hold true, and patterns, again, they can always break. It's a risk, but I felt that this was a great buying opportunity. And I kind of just held my position for a couple of months. And we can see that Tesla just consolidated for about 2 months. And then right before earnings, it took off again. So this is when I started selling off on Tesla. I sold off half my position at around 550. And then I sold off another quarter of my position at 575 and the remaining position around the 590 range. I thought that 600 would be a resistance for Tesla, and I wanted to get out. And I was hoping to get a big dip where I could buy back in probably around the $500 range. So if we go back into the 5-day chart, we did see a bit of a dip down to 550, 565. But I thought there was more room to drop. And I should have actually bought back in, because we can see here on the 5-day that on the RSI that it did go below 30. But on the 180, it didn't. So I felt there was more room for the stock to go down. And it didn't. And then there was also news that that Tesla was going to join the S&P 500. So I think that kind of just reinforced this value. And a lot of investors are holding on, anticipating that December 21st deadline. Okay, so what do I think is going to happen over the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now? Well, to be honest, I think the stock's going to go up. I really think that, there's actually a good opportunity for the stock to drop. Next week. I think some of the big institutions are gonna sell off. There's gonna be some market manipulation, in my opinion. Again, do your own due diligence and your own research. But based on trends that I've seen with other stocks, sometimes you just see this big sell-off, and that's not the retail investors. Those are big institutions that have the ability to drop stock prices dramatically over a short period of time. I potentially see some of these big institutions selling off, triggering stop losses, getting the price to drop quite a bit so that they can reinvest back into the stock at a lower price point, and then ride the wave up to 650, 700, wherever the stock decides to go. Again, that's my opinion. Who knows? So that's what I'm looking for this upcoming week. I'm looking for some kind of a dip. Even if it only goes down $20, $25, I'm going to take some kind of a position at a lower price point, hopefully, and then just hold my position until after the December 21st date and see what the stock does at that point and kind of just trade the technicals as I see them. If the stock doesn't drop and it starts taking off, I might still take a position because I do believe that, we're going to see another spike in price in the near term. Who knows? But I'm willing to take that chance. And if it doesn't happen, well, I'll just hold on to my stock. And then on the next dip, I'll buy some more shares, dollar cost average my position down, and then wait for the next major catalyst to send the stock soaring. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the short term. Eventually, I do plan on investing in Tesla stock long term. As I mentioned in my first video, the reason I'm swing trading and day trading right now is to get my account to 6 figures. Once I get to 6 figures, anything that I make over $100,000 will get transferred over into a long-term account, probably my Webull account. And as that account grows, hopefully it grows. I mean, again, there's nothing guaranteed. But if it grows and does well, then that's where I plan on buying and holding Tesla long term, because I do believe that this stock is just in the baby stages or early stages of its growth in the next several years. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.